Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the second edition of the Sons of Barb podcast. We're just hanging out again here today, trying to get the message of love, peace, and joy across to everybody. Justin and I are very thankful for all the sweet messages that everybody's done. Great response. We love all the love. Today's episode is going to be about New Year's resolutions, the cold weather, a few other family stories and some stuff mixed in there. So should be a lot of fun. Man, what is going on over there? You're rambling around like you got some issues. Are you all right?
Man, my back is absolutely killing me from carrying you the last podcast.
Oh, right there, man. Okay, you look like. All right, I'm gonna act like let's act like we're dancing to the theme song when we come in. When it's bopping in there, moving around. All right, here we go. Ready? Hey man, I don't know about you, but I'm digging that theme song that Nick picked out for us, aren't you?
I like that. It's good. It's real good.
Doesn't it?
Hit what?
It fits our personality perfectly, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It does. Sorry, I'm a little hard of hearing today. I don't know why.
Well, because your back probably is hurting directly to your hearing, apparently, carrying me. Hey, so from 2 weeks ago, the first podcast, what's the biggest thing that you're hearing from all your peeps out there?
They like it pretty much. They like it. I think it's funny, and that's what we're going for. It's funny here, just trying to be goofy, funny, make people laugh. You hear enough bad stuff out there, so why not laugh? Need to make people laugh somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the first thing I hear from everybody. And the second thing is, you better not embarrass me on there. Like we would ever embarrass anybody. I have no idea what they're talking about. As he takes a swig, he's trying to make me believe that's his first Diet Dr. Pepper today. As we record this, it's late in the afternoon. I don't think that's the truth, but
no, it's not. It's really not.
Hey, and talking about being happy. We don't make any pretenses here. We're having a good time, but we're not just a couple of, court jesters that fly around here without any issues, without any hurts or troubles or whatever. The very main reason we need to be happy or have any joy is because we're Christians. We've got Jesus in our heart. We nailed that down. And as we were talking about this week, what to talk about today, Psalm 144:15. Happy are the people whose God is the Lord. The only reason why we have anything to be happy about is because we're Christians, and it sees through all the mess in the world. And besides that, man, there's enough arguing and strife and sickness and junk in the world, isn't there?
No, there is. So let's not argue on here,
Oh, is that what you start?
Example and not argue here and talk over each other,
Well, I can say I won't argue, but I don't know about talking over each other. We're good at that here lately, aren't we? Hey, yes.
Oh,
yes.
Was I supposed to go? Okay. See, I don't know when I'm supposed to go here, so you got to signal to me.
I am done now. Go. Hey, so by the way,
I have a question here. What happened with the New Year's resolutions? Man, nobody said anything about that. So we're just going to scrap that then, huh?
They all voted on their resolutions by not having any, apparently, right?
Yeah.
And
nobody wanted to talk about that. So
as men of the people, we take our public and their views very seriously. So if you don't want to talk about it, we ain't going to talk about it. So I also think they're afraid we're going to make fun of them.
Yeah, they could.
Or that you're going to make fun of them. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that either. I don't make fun of anybody.
I would never bring people's private life out into the open.
No, absolutely not.
That's a terrible thing to do, for sure.
Speaking of that, though, you want to hear a funny story about Dad?
I would love to.
Here, listen to this, man. This is a good one. When I was younger, and I had my girlfriend over at the time, and we're sitting there watching TV, and Dad was working third shift. So he would take a nap, sleep during the day, So we're watching TV, and then all of a sudden I hear the stairs creak, and Dad's coming. I'm like, oh, please, let him have some clothes on, please. So when he comes down, he has It's when he had his comb over, his hair is sticking straight up, no shirt, no pants on, and walks right on through without saying anything. I'm like, oh man. So he goes into the kitchen, comes right back through, chugging a Diet Coke and shoving Debbie cakes in his mouth. I'm like, hey, Dad, how's it going? How about putting some clothes on? And he said, shut up, moron. How about paying some rent? You know? So that was a pretty embarrassing moment right there, really embarrassing.
I don't know what would be embarrassing about any of that. Hey, look, how many times did Dad come down the stairs like that? Either he had the red Ohio State sweats on or his drawers.
Yes.
And he never
Always.
thought, oh, we may have company.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Because like he said, moron, this is my house.
Yeah.
You know?
How about clothes on? How about paying some rent? Little zebra, little Debbie cake too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Swiss cake rolls, zebra cakes. Those are both good.
And half of it. Yeah. So did that relationship go very far?
No, I think that ended soon after that. I think I'm even friends on Facebook with that girl. I think. I'm not sure, but I don't know.
Hey, if you're watching this and you're that person, chime in and tell us how demoralizing that. If you still can't anymore. So I got one. I was thinking about this winter. How cold it is. It's freezing up here in the tundra. We have a high of 4 today.
Yeah, it's not that good. Well, it's pretty close today. It's probably like 10, 11 degrees. We're supposed to get a big snowstorm tonight.
You think you're going into work, CW?
No, I'm calling off, Barbara.
Hold up.
Yeah, we're supposed to get for anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow, supposedly.
Yeah. Well, the winter hasn't been too bad up this way, but it's been cold, just bitter cold. Like we got one day in the morning, I was driving into town, and it was like minus 18 in the morning. We've had some cold stat. It's been really cold now. I was thinking, as cold as it was, this was back when Cheryl and I were dating. So you're talking 1995, probably in the winter. And remember Stop and Go? Is that still there in Richmond on the Hill?
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's not called Stop and Go anymore. It changes its name a lot. But yes, I remember this story. This is a good one here. I love it.
That Stop and Go there since I was an amoeba. It probably has been there for 70 years, that store anyway. That's some serious brick they put around that thing. Well, we were in the house. This is a pop story too, just like I didn't drive in the creek though, but it was a Sunday night after church. So we'd come home and we're all in the living room, Mom and Dad and me and Cheryl. And so I told Dad, hey, I'm going to go get some Diet Pepsi, 12 bag of Diet Pepsi, because they had it cold. And I don't know if they still do or not. It's Stop and Go. Well, it was wintertime. I mean, dead, flat, freezing cold winter. And I needed an ice scraper and snow brush. I walked in and it's blacktop on the parking lot, but you have one hump up on the concrete to go into the store. I got the Diet Pepsi 12 pack. I got the scraper. I'm walking out and I'm thinking it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock probably. You know, when you're walking out the store, you got your stuff, you're thinking, get in the car, have a nice day. I have the 12 pack under my arm, a pop, and the snow brush in this hand. I put one foot down on the parking lot. Whoop, my leg went straight up there. I went bam down on my side and my left elbow, and it still hurts to this day. There's times it's still, I mean, I landed right down on my side. And as I'm laying on the ground looking under my car, all the 12 cans of pop are rolling down the hill, just rolling away. And I was laying there with my arm up like this thinking, well, those are all going to get crushed. And the worst part is I felt like the guy in the Good Samaritan parable. I laid there, 4 people walked in and out of the store. Not one of them said, are you okay? None of them said a thing. They left me laying there. I had to peel myself up off the parking lot, I grabbed about 8 of the cans, hopped my way in the car and drove with one arm. And then I tried to get home what happened, and they were all crying, laughing at me so hard. It was hilarious. So the moral is, be careful, kids. Ice is slick. You ever fell down on the ice?
Yeah, many times. But I was actually with you when you did that. I remember watching you come out, and all of a sudden I seen you coming out, and then you were gone. Like you totally disappeared. Your feet were like underneath the car, man. I was with you when that happened.
You know
You don't
what?
remember that?
that story for 20 years, and I remember just now you were in there, dummy, and you let me lay there.
Yeah, I was laughing too hard, man. That was hilarious. That was great.
There is nothing in the world funnier than somebody falling.
No, I know.
Remember when Dad fell inside the Kmart that time with me and you? Were you there, me and you and Greg?
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Dad comes in. We're at a Kmart up in Akron. He's trying to find the bathroom. It's wintertime. He has cowboy boots on. Don't wear cowboy boots.
Dad had cowboy boots on?
Hey, maybe back up. They weren't, they were like boot bottoms, but they weren't winter boots. They were like dress boots. You
So
know,
they were slippery on the bottom.
Yeah, he's not J.R. Ewing, nothing like that. He wasn't trying to be a cowboy, but they were like a cowboy boot. Well, we went into the back and he comes walking in. We were just going into the back part where they had the layaway looking for the restroom. He turned, he said, "Where's the restroom?" And the funny thing is it was right there beside him, but the lady said right over there. He turned to go that way and the floor was slick. He did the same leg lift I did. His leg went straight up, bam, down on the floor. Me and Greg, we should have been good people to help him up. We laughed too hard, man. I think I hurt my rib laughing. It's just, what is so funny about somebody falling?
It's just hilarious. That's why I try to fall as much as possible. And I would do it on here, but it's kind of hard. I'm in this small area. If I was to fall, I would probably hurt myself pretty bad. And you wouldn't see it. So I can't do that here. That stinks, but you guys just imagine me falling, one of the many times. And I've never hurt myself. Out of all the times I fell, I haven't hurt myself. Oh, but there is one time. Now, you've seen all the times that I have fallen, and it's been a joke, right? I was doing it on purpose. But there was one time that I did fall that wasn't on purpose. And it's from the ice. It's when we were helping Kelly and John move into the house where John and the kids are living at now. Well, me and Mom was getting ready to leave there, and it was snow and ice outside. And I'm walking out, and all of a sudden my feet go out from under me, and bam, I hit my head right on the concrete. I mean, hard. I'm like, ooh, that hurt bad. Jake saw me do it, and Mom. And Mom said, "Justin, get up from there. Stop. This is not funny." I said, "Mom, no, I really just fell. I was hurt. I mean, I hurt myself." So we're going in the car, right? And man, I'm seeing double. I think I had a concussion. I'm like, "Mom, my head's hurting. I think I have a concussion." She's like, "Justin, it's not funny anymore. It's just me in here. Knock it off." So the one time that I really did fall and hurt myself, Mom didn't believe me. So it's like the boy that
Cried wolf.
What?
Boy that cried wolf.
Yeah, that's what it was. And that happened to me. You know what I mean? But it was pretty funny. Man, I really think I had a concussion. I mean, my head bounced off the concrete.
That would explain a lot. It makes a lot of sense.
What are you saying? Huh?
Deke, remember Deke? He and I, you don't remember, well, I say remember, you were little, but Cecil and I were, I don't even know if I was born yet, but he was on the top of a slide when he was like 6 or 7 or 8 or something like that. I'm sure he'll tell us how old he was. Talk about falling and hurting yourself. He was on top of a slide. He climbed to the top, and I'm probably gonna tell it wrong. If I remember right, he lost his balance, shocker, because he's not the most coordinated kid there is walking, and fell off the top slide and landed on the ground, hit his dome, which for the two of you, hitting your head is the safest thing to do anyway. And felt like he swallowed a rock. He banged his head down. Really, we probably ought to be checked out by a doctor with all these injuries we got like that.
Yeah, probably.
That's a lot. That head injury too. But that's your problem. But look, no one has to think and imagine you falling down. Anybody that's been around you for a week has seen your classic Chevy Chase falling down. And even when I'm coming, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in the world. It's too bad we can't place. Nick, here's your first project, video clips. We got to find a video clip of this dummy falling around. It is the funniest thing you'll ever see.
That'd be bad.
My favorite one, there's a lot of favorite, was when we were coming out of the Cavs game, the last time we went to one. And we're walking when all of us went. That was the infamous car night when the car was locking us out. Remember, Rebecca and those guys had the key fob and they kept hitting the horn while we were trying to get in the van. And he's crossing in downtown Cleveland. He's walking down the main road and trips over the curb and falls right out there in the middle of everybody looking at him. Nobody knew who you were and nobody said anything. They just looked at you out there all over Ontario. That was hilarious. When did you start doing that? When you were little?
Yeah. I just started doing that, man, to get laughs. So when I did it, people would laugh. So, hey, I knew it would get a cheap laugh. So why not do it? Ian does that. Ian will fall down and do that, man. He already tries to get laughs when he's 2 years old, man, almost 3.
Pushing 3, yeah. And he, just like Uncle Ninny over there doing that. So even at a young, tender age, Justin Leon loved to make people laugh. What is it about somebody laughing that brings you joy?
It's just fun to see somebody laugh. It's better than crying. You know what I mean? If you're around somebody and they're always crying, it either means you're ugly, you smell bad, or you have the personality of a moth. It's one of them 3, you know? So, hey, if I can make somebody laugh, I'll take it, man. Any way I can get it, you know?
Oh, and you can bet they will never forget the name of Justin when they leave. Personality of a moth?
Yeah, the personality of a dead moth at that. You know what that means? That means none. They have no personality. That's what that means.
Persona non grata. It ain't happening. It's done at that point. So since nobody has any resolutions, we're talking about a clean start. You're talking about gaining weight, right? For the new year.
Oh, yeah.
How's it
Hey,
last 2 weeks?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been eating a lot of cookies, ate a lot of Mexican food, pizza, trying to eat as much pizza as possible. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Your nap regimen, are you getting a solid, like you're getting about 8 hours of sleep with a good 4-hour, 5-hour nap, 2 a day? That's got to help, right?
Of course, man, of course. Well, I work 3rd shift, so I have to sleep during the day. So that's rough. That's why I got to find when to sleep. But I've been having trouble sleeping lately for some reason. I don't know. You know?
What's that mean? Why you got trouble? I've never known sleeping.
I have no idea. I must have insomnia or something. Is that what that's called?
I don't know, but whatever it is that makes you not want to sleep, that's what's going on right there.
Yeah.
For sure. Count sheep. Hey, warm milk. Warm milk will help you. Hey, send us. Okay, there's something you can do for us this week, America. We're not going to say who it's from. Give us your remedies on getting to sleep, because there's times I have issues with that. Now, not that often, but as soon as I sit down, if I get my chair at the right spot, I'm out. O-U-T. I don't snore at all, though. But
Oh, Brian sounds like a buzzsaw when he sleeps, man. Like it really is. It's so loud that it makes you mad. Even when Brian was here one time sleeping on the couch. I mean, it was so loud. It sounded like a buzzsaw going off. And Mom even comes out to Brian, can you put your mask on?
oh yeah, she got so close. I would forget her nose was cold because it must have. I was on the couch. This was the second to last time I saw her. And she leaned in and it was right there. And I looked up, my eyes got open. I went, huh? And there was Mom looking at me. Could you put your mask on? When she does that clenched jaw thing, it's like, that's your last chance, pal. You know,
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what I did?
Put your mask on.
Put my mask on. Of course I did, man. When Mama says to, that's what you do. So give us your fall sleep remedies. What do you do? Who came up with the idea to warm up milk to help you sleep? You ever had warm milk?
No, I don't even drink regular milk, really. I just like chocolate milk.
Well, I mean, okay, then
Almond milk's all right, but I really wouldn't really want to drink warm milk though, you know?
Well, that doesn't even sound healthy to me. Warm milk is ruined. Now you're over.
Yeah.
Who wants
That's cheese, you know?
So warming it up, apparently, if I remember right, it does something about a chemical in the milk when you heat it up, but leaving it sit out can do that too. I don't know. I just, I don't know. I don't think that's a good thing to sleep, but melatonin, there's a nice little additive. That's a normal thing to sleep. But anyway, or people say they listen to my old sermon tapes. That helps them go to sleep too.
Or this podcast right now, this might put some people to sleep. You know what I mean? This will do the trick, fellas. If you're having trouble sleeping, put this on and you'll fall right off because this is horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're late. Hey, this in the next episode, Justin will try to describe quantum physics. If that doesn't, it'll either make you laugh so hard you'll pass out. So we're going to get you one way or the other, right? Hey, speaking of quantum physics, though, Quick Nick has got us on every platform possible that this podcast can be on. And by the way, seriously though, we do want to thank everybody. The last 2 weeks we're just excited and humbled about the response. Everybody's been nice. You're either tremendous liars and y'all need to go to the altar next time at church, or we've maybe made you smile at least once. So thank you for your sweetness and kindness. But obviously we're on Facebook right here, right? We're on YouTube. Just announced before we went on today, Google Pod has us on there. Google Podcast. What else are we on, Justin?
What was it? Say those again. Which is the ones you do? Oh, Spotify, Spotify, YouTube. Now, wait a minute. I just want to say something here. YouTube. Any of you guys watching this right now, somehow find it on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. You don't even have to share. At least just like and subscribe on YouTube. You know, YouTube is good. I see a lot of people are watching on Facebook. That's awesome. That's great. But while you're on there, just hop on over to YouTube. It'll take you 2 seconds. Like, subscribe. Boom. Hit the bell so you can see when the Sons of Barb will be on, like every other Thursday, like I said before. This Thursday, skip a Thursday. And the next Thursday, skip a Thursday.
By the way, I was right.
About what?
You know what I was right about. Go ahead. You want to admit it? Or you want me to
Oh,
admit
are you going to say about the bi-monthly?
Yeah, about the bi-monthly.
I was right too. It's also bi-weekly.
No, both of us can't be right. As long as I'm right, that cancels you right out, Junior.
We're both right on that. Isn't that crazy? That we were both right.
Honestly, yeah, both of us. When does that ever happen?
Never.
How can you have two people right about the same thing? But it is the bi-monthly that we went ad nauseum about. But we were both right. So whatever we're trying to say is we come on twice a month. Unless there's there's 5 Thursdays in a month somehow, then there you go. But yeah, twice a month. That was funny. But anyway, we were both right.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
So we were arguing. We looked dumb on here arguing about something we were both right about. You know? Can you believe that we looked dumb?
We look horrible, and yet we were both right. So maybe we ought to be a little humbler tonight. Maybe that's what's going on.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. We're both right. And speaking of the YouTube, that helps us an awful lot to be able to see who we're reaching as well with all these different things. Spotify, the pod places helps you listen to it in your car, your device, whatever. But you want to see us while you're doing that. I mean, who would want to miss out on these two faces right here? Well, who'd want to miss out on this face right here? Anyway. But so the YouTube page, go over, hit the bell. How hard is it, Justin, to subscribe to YouTube?
You go on there, it says subscribe, click it.
You know what I mean?
You know, and then there's a thumbs up for a like, click it. You see the thumbs up like this? Click on it.
Yeah,
give us a like and a subscribe.
Yep.
That's all you got to do.
Yep, that's for sure. You know, speaking of difficult things, it's not that difficult to like the YouTube, and it's not also difficult. You remember, everybody has a dishwasher now. You know, most of us do have them plugged in. You don't really have to worry too much about manually doing stuff unless you're in a small place or something. But what's the toughest food to get off of a dish that's been left around for very long?
In my estimation, I would say peanut butter. Peanut butter is probably the hardest, you know.
Why is
you add water? You just have to put a bunch of water on there to get the peanut butter off. You know, that'll do it every time.
Why would you want to put peanut butter on there to get the water off, though?
Well, because you said in the generalities, if it's just some kind of food, you know, that's the hardest kind of food to get off is the substance of peanut butter. You know what I mean? So you're not just going to wipe that off with a dry towel. You're going to add water. You're going to wash that thing off, and it's going to come right off. I don't know why we're talking about this, but hey, let's go for it, man.
He just came, man. Yeah. one of the many things that he loves to get in the deep weeds about. If only you knew. If only all of you knew. Nick probably has passed out back there already. Yes, I mean, it's very difficult. A substance of that, you do not want to just take a dry towel. Life
No,
is much.
you know what that does?
Uh,
Smears it.
It's, and that's no way to live your life, America.
No,
No way to live
no.
your- No, it's not. So remember, have a good day. Have a good kind of day, right? For sure. Oh Lord. Oh, it went off the track right there, but we had to get that in there. So hey, we've got a couple surprises up our sleeve coming up too. There's actually some people we're going to be talking to on the pod in a very short period of time. Not going to name any names, but we've got some people that you might know. And if you don't, hopefully you'll enjoy their stories, what they have going on. So that's coming up very soon.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, it ain't always just gonna be me and Brian, even though us two are just fine by ourselves. You know, we will have some guests on here, you know.
for sure, for sure. So we want to share the wealth with people like that. And we seriously do. If you got, there's somebody else you want us, don't be afraid to make suggestions. I know we're knuckleheads, but we're not going to we just make each other look bad. We're not going to make anybody else look bad. I'll pick on him. He'll pick on me till the end of time, and our brother and our sister. But, if you give suggestions or things on that, never fear. We are here. We're here to help. It's as comforting to hear as I'm from the government. I'm here to help. It's a great sound. You want to hear that. But
Big Brother's watching. I wouldn't say that, man.
This might be the end of our line right here. Second week, but we're shaking up a little bit with that, so we're going to do that. And also, we have a few other surprises. There's just some surprises. Well, our team. We want to shout out to our team as well, because seriously, we're having a blast or two. Anything organically like this, it's still taking life. We're still digging the foundation here, but we're just trying to come at you, make you smile, make you think, let you know you're loved, and bring some joy. We got us two, of course, but none of this would look good unless Nick was in the background right now, making us look good. He's poured his heart in this whole thing. My wife, the CFO, Cheryl, there's nothing financially to deal with, but we just made her the CFO, right? And she's good about bouncing ideas off. She's great. And Nate the Great Hess, getting us here on the website and doing a great job with that. So we're adding to the team as well as we see fit with needs that are coming along here, but we're having a good time. Just what would you think would be the next position that we would need to fill?
I have no idea, Brian. I have no clue. Well, I know Cheyenne, our niece, is going to have a recurring role on here as health and fitness guru,
Yeah, because we're all into fitness.
Oh, of course. Look at this. Hey, this didn't just happen, man. This took many months of sculpting and cultivating. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's cultivated. All right. I thought you were going to lift it up. I was getting ready to duck, man.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not that crazy.
Definitely would be done by that time. No, yeah. Talking about that the other day, Shy, I know you're watching. I know you and Luke set your clocks to this show. Who would not want to miss their uncles? But we're trying to figure out how to fix you in here and you not want to kill us. So that's our biggest goal. We'll be talking to you about that. But health and fitness, everybody's into that kind of thing. But every time I see a donut, I think of fitness.
Yeah, me
Fitness.
too.
My mind.
Talk about a
Yeah, thank you. That was horrible. Hey, so here's my Mexican food joke. These guys went to a Mexican restaurant today without me. I mean, just because I'm 6 hours away, that shouldn't mean anything. But a man walks into a Mexican restaurant, sits down. The waiter comes over and says, hey, sir, would you like a quesadilla? A quesadilla. He said, no, thanks. I'll just take 12.
Please tell me that you made that up. Because if somebody that is a joke writer made that joke, they should be fired immediately.
Yeah, they should be. That was me. I always just like the sound quesadilla. I like quesadillas too, but it's a case.
Yeah. That's what I had today, quesadilla.
There you go. You're welcome. Anyway, a case is 24. You'll figure it out later, America. But Be back on what, in 2 weeks after today. So make sure you comment, leave some whatever you want to do. Thanks for being good to us. We have just a lot going on. We're enjoying this. Hopefully today didn't bore you too much. We'll try to do better next time, as they say on PTI, Kornheiser and Wilbon. We'll try to do better next time. But enjoy yourselves. God bless you. Have a great couple of weeks. Thanks for tuning in to us today. Did you have anything else, Justin?
No, that's it. Except for be safe, be smart, and be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Where my ring at?
Hey.